My guy, what's up? But there are certain things trending in Ghana right now, right? At least I think I know about four. Um, I reserved the last one for the topic to discuss today. I think the first thing that was trending has to do with the L. I always forget this thing. Is it LG L LGTB LG? Wait. LGBTQI plus something, right? Yeah, I think that was trending. The parliament passed the bill. We're waiting for the president to pass it into law, right? By signing. Yeah. I don't know if the president is going to do that, but my problem and challenge and concern has to do with why the traditional rulers are quiet about it, because they are the custodians of our culture, and we know a larger percentage of in fact, the culture frowns on this practice, though. I don't want to go into the human rights about it, though, but I think the culture frowns on it. I don't know why they're quiet. And I think the second thing that's trending, it's the dumsor, right? Whether it's back or this one has a certain swag. It goes off in the evening, comes back around 12. By the time you wake up, the light is on. Yeah. That's why they said it's called dumsor. It's not dumsor. I mean, this one it's like an upgraded version with some swag. And the third thing that is trending, I think it has to do with Mahama's running mate, Professor Jane Nana Bogwajman, right? I mean, it was obvious that he was going to keep her. Or what do you think? Anyway, and I think the fourth thing, which it's obvious, I think it's still trending. It trended. It's one sad news about our honorable parliamentarian. 45 years. He's young. Honorable John Kumar. May your soul rest in peace. I mean, it came as a shocker, right? One afternoon, was it on the 6th? On the 6th was my birthday. Was it on the 6th or 7th? I forgot it, but I know one of the days. He came to Ghana to attend one of the parades, and a sad news that he passed on his way to Accra. Is it Suhum, right? That's sad. But you see, there are a lot of controversies surrounding his death. And the major thing has to do with poisoning, isn't it? Hey, Ghana. Anyway, it's alleged. It's actually alleged that he was poisoned to death. But the whole story, I think you know, but let me just give a summary about it. It has to do with he's not former, he just passed on. So our Deputy Finance Minister, Honorable John Kumar, passed on some few days ago. And it's alleged that he was poisoned by party people. That has made a certain hashtag to be trending on X, formerly Twitter. Is it New Poisoning Party or something like that? That's crazy, man. Anyway, so some party people, and these are internal politics of the NPP party, some party people, I know one, Hineba Nanesiedu, who works at Wuntumi FM or TV, came out to say that he believes nobody can convince him that Honorable was poisoned. And that incident happened when they went to Tamale for one of their campaigns. And one of the things that struck me actually has to do with the fact that he was saying they had to play that chess game about eating and even the rooms that they were assigned to. So if he was assigned to room A, he had to sleep in room B or C, and Chairman Wuntumi had to sleep in room A, and they did the same thing with the food. So my question is, did they have any idea that somebody was about after their life when it comes to poisoning them? the story it's some way. But subsequently, people have come out, even the wife has come out to say that's not true, and that Honorable suffered a terminal illness, right? Yeah, that's what she's saying. And before that, one person I heard before that, Captain Smart on the bawumia TV, came on air on his morning show saying, cautioning Honorable John Kumah to be careful about poisoning, and was also cautioning other people to be very careful about poisoning, right? Yeah. And then I think I saw another video after the death, Prophet Nigel Gacy, who also made a prophecy on 31st, right, last year, that Honorable should be careful, right? And the wife has come out to say that he's a liar because he knew about it, they've been friends. And just recently, just yesterday, he also made a live video talking about the fact that he didn't know and was trying to prove his point. If this is true, then I'm disappointed, because I'm shocked at where this is coming from, this whole thing about poisoning, honestly. Now some names are coming up. People are suspecting some people. Other people are saying that Chairman Wuntumi was the target, right? But have you also heard about the video where it's alleged that Honorable John Kumah took someone's land and a certain old woman cursed, and people are believing that that's the result, that's resulting to his death? A lot of things are going on. A lot of speculations, a lot of conclusions and inferences are being made, right? It's all because of just the whole selection of the running mate of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the NPP flag bearer. It's like everything is centered around him. People are in the race. Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe's name has come up, Napo. I know of Apostle Nina. I think Kojo Ponkruma's name has come up. Honorable Freema has also come up. Which other name? There's one name, I forgot it. Yeah. I don't know if it's a doctor or something. Honorable Chum, Educational Minister or something. Yeah. Educhum. Yeah, Honorable Educhum. His name has also come up for the race. I believe all these people are competent. Anyone they choose, they're going to face Mahama and Professor Nana Jane, right? And I believe that we make a good choice after that. Anyway, so the reason I'm doing this video is that I chanced upon another name of a person that's likely to be poisoned. If we're talking about poison, right? My links are tight, and when I hear stuff, I'll bring it out, right? I'm speaking like this guy, is it Kevin Taylor? Anyway, so there's another name that has come up that is likely to be poisoned. It's someone very popular. It's someone, I'm sure within your circles you know that person, because poisoning is actually not a good thing. Now these days, when somebody's poisoned, it's not instant, because then investigations would catch up with you. So we have poisons that gets people to killed after 6 months. We have poison that gets people to be killed after 3 months, even a year. So I don't subscribe to poisoning anyone, because it's a life that's being taken. And I think that if it's a culture that's coming up, people should refrain from it. Be it the NPP party, be it the NDC, be it any other political party, with respect to Ghana. But the next person that is likely to be poisoned has to do with is you. Yeah. As much as on the physical side, you should be careful about people being jealous about you and physically terminating your life because now you can trust people. Anytime you find yourself in the public domain when it comes to food or what you drink, be careful. Be very careful, because once this has come out, whether it's true or not, I think it's a reminder nationally for us to be careful once again when we find ourselves in certain places. And you know the funny thing, I think I saw a video of the executive of the NPP who visited John Kuma's house, and they were served water, and Nana B was like this. I mean, and people were like, are they scared to take water? At least they should have taken it, right? They should have taken it and put it down if they don't want to drink it. It's like nobody trusts anyone. And let me quickly pass out a joke before I address this. It's going to get to a point in time where people will be very careful even about the saliva that they swallow in, especially after they've kissed someone. Yeah, because we are not even going to trust ourselves, right? Anyway, so you are likely to be the next person to be poisoned. And when I say poisoning, I'm not talking about somebody introducing a foreign substance into your drink or food. I'm talking about your soul being poisoned. In fact, your soul gets poisoned every day, just that you're not aware, and it's killing you. And the poison is coming through the interface of your mind again, or the interface of your heart. Yes. And the target is your soul. How do I mean? Anytime you introduce your real self, that is your soul, to a bad information, to something of a negative energy, it's poisoning. The target is your soul through the interface of your mind, through what you're seeing or what you're hearing. Okay? And one of the things I can say is, when it comes to poisoning of your soul, sometimes it's happening without your permission, and it's always happening on your blind side, and you have to be very careful about it, because you can get poisoned immediately you wake up and you pick up your phone and you read the very first negative news. It's poison to your soul, because it introduces a certain level of fear into your soul that you carry out throughout the day, and you realize that you become unproductive. You can also be poisoned through the friendship you keep or the company you keep throughout the day or throughout life. You know, there's some company where they don't really give you good advice. They are taking much from you. They are always talking about negative stuff. They don't encourage you. They don't really believe in you that much. And so you have to be very careful about your company you keep, your circle, because that can be another platform of introducing poison into your soul. The next platform or place or thing that can introduce poison into your soul has to do with religion. I mean, if you're Christian or a Muslim, the stuff that you hear, if you not cross-check yourself, people's interpretation of the Quran or the Bible can be a poison to your soul. It can limit you, especially when a prophecy comes your way that puts a dent on your confidence. I remember I was telling my wife yesterday that in 2010-11, there was a prophecy about my life that I was going to die. I mean, I met someone, I was going to print out a poster, and I met someone who told me where I come from the Volta region. And he said that he's seen me dead and I'm being buried in the Volta region. I come from Keta. And trust me, I think my kid sister also had a dream about that. That got me scared, and she hardly dreams and tells me, but I believe that. And the third point of reference was, I dreamt myself, seeing myself laid in state in my family house on my mom's side. And that shut me down. And I was telling my wife that it broke me and disabled me. I was scared to death. So it limited my ability to think for the future. And I was just thinking, I was obsessed about myself dying, checking out from my earliest youth. And so what I did, I remember I went to church, the church I was attending then. Well, I think it was on Wednesday, yes, because that evening we had an evening service. So it was on Wednesday. I went there to pray. There was no one there. I mean, empty service. I went there to pray. I climbed the platform, and I remember that prayer. I told God that. I told God in the inside of me that, you know what, I've told everybody that I'm representing you, and so if you want me to die, it's a disgrace to you, and I don't think you want that. So sort this out. If it's true that my time is near, that I have to check out, I'm not ready. So do something. And when I left the place, something left me. And I believe that it was one of the soul detoxification that I practiced that worked out for me. Seriously. When I left the premises, I felt light and energized again, and I forgot instantly about the fact that I've had prophecies and dreams about me dying. And that was it. But you see, it was, even though it might be true, it was a certain level of poison that was introduced into my soul through the interface of my mind, because I kept thinking about it through meditation. So you have to be careful, because you're next in line. If it's not happened, then you have to guard your heart with all diligence. Yes, because it's one of the things that, if you're not careful, would cripple you. The other thing that can introduce poison into your soul, it's the family around you. Especially when they are not people who are not family and friends, right? People not too happy about your success, or when they hear good news about you, and they go like, hey, they smile with you, but they are saying something behind your back. They are not truly happy with you about the good news that's coming your way. It's poison, because when you hear it, you'll be disappointed, you'll be bitter, you'll be angry, you'll be unforgiving. These four things. It's the rippling effect of the poison introduced into your soul through the interface of your mind, through the interface of your five senses of your body, because you hear it and then you begin to get disappointed and all of that. And the very last thing that can introduce poison into your soul is the social media around you. And that's where you have to filter them. I mean, if you're the type where your feed is always filled with negative stuff, it's poison, unhealthy, unwholesome stuff. You go into your wall and all you see is pornography, pornographic materials, pornographic stuff. Or it's always bad news. It's always negativity, things about marriage, bad stuff about relationship, friends betraying others, people stabbing people, people dying. That's all you keep hearing. Watching the news and all you see is war, 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 crisis, 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 and all of that. There's a way to consume such stuff, but when it's consistent, then you're introducing a certain level of poison, and you're doping your soul. And you realize that your life then takes a detour. It's no more productive. You understand? So these are some of the little things. We are looking at an honorable who is allegedly poisoned, which to some extent, whether I believe or not, it doesn't really matter. But as much as we are focused on the physical poisoning that is likely to happen, there's the other side that's happening almost every time we are not aware of. Our soul gets poisoned. And once the soul keeps dying, it will get to a point where it has to check out from the physical body, because you give up. And that's where people tend to commit suicide. People get depressed into death. People's immune system gets broken down and they die, because the soul is largely poisoned and there's nothing they can do about it. And so possibly in next videos, we'll talk about how to detoxify your soul and be healthy once again, because sometimes you cannot always block the poison that is coming, because sometimes it's very passive. Okay, it's not actively introduced into your soul, but there's always an exercise that you can engage yourself in to detoxify your soul, so that you always keep your soul very healthy, because that's the real you. And once you practice this, you realize that you become healthy. It's something I do every day. I mean, before I sleep, detoxifying my soul of the things that I've heard. And so I'm very careful about the things I read or hear when I'm going to sleep. I don't wrap my mind up with negative stuff. No, so anytime I see somebody bringing drama into my life, I avoid it because I want to live healthy. Once my soul, the real me, is healthy, the bodysuit, which is my flesh, will be healthy because the spirit is always healthy. That powers the physical flesh. So I'm Dilquest. Let your mind do the conversation. I know I've disappointed you because you're looking out for the next political person that's going to be poisoned. It's you, because you're a political figure. You're always practicing politics with your decision making. You don't have to join a political party to be a political figure. You are doing politics every day. Once you're making decisions in life, you're a politician. And you are the next target to lose your life through soul poisoning. And that's the truth. So be careful out there with the things you surround yourself with and the things you feed your mind with. Very important. So don't get disappointed because the person you saw on my thumbnail that made you click this is you. Let your mind do the conversations. I'm Dilquest, again, your mind surgeon. I love you. Be careful, and I'm out.